Now, coordination is very essential in management. For a 15 marks question, you are supposed to write meaning with the definitions. We need to have continuous coordination from the start till the end. Now, what exactly a direct contact is all about? Now, it's a 15 marks question. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here. Now we are in the 5th session of controlling chapter. Here I'll be explaining you about the meaning of coordination. Now what exactly coordination is all about? Now, when we understand that and when we ask a question, there was no coordination. Why there was no coordination? Now, because of coordination, we won the match. Now, what exactly is coordination? Now, coordination is always like systematic synchronizing of the team. That is what coordination is. Now, coordination is very essential in management. Business has various functions. So these functions are performed by different individuals. It is a process by which the manager achieves harmonious group efforts and unity of actions through balancing the activities of different individuals and group of individuals and reconciling their differences in interest or approach for the attainment of common goal. So this is what coordination is. You need to write the meaning of coordination. You'll be getting 2 marks for the meaning. Now, what is the definition of coordination? See, for a 15 marks question, you are supposed to write meaning with the definitions, and then whatever they're going to ask, say example, they're going to ask you importance of coordination, features of coordination, characteristics of coordination. So these things you are supposed to write it. Though they will not ask you what is the meaning of coordination or definition of coordination, but still you are supposed to write the meaning, the definition, and then the content about it. So what is the definition of coordination? Now, in the words of McFarlane, coordination is the process whereby an executive develops an orderly pattern of group effort among his subordinate and secures unity of action in the pursuit of a common purpose. That means unity of action is there, and that is what will actually fetch them to pursue the common goal. Here we need to understand that management is getting things done through others, isn't it? The same way, how will you go for it? Only when you have coordination, you can attain whatever you really want to. So the common goal is always prescribed by the top level management, and you are supposed to have a coordination. Only then you can achieve the goals. Principles of coordination. Now, principles of coordination is a 15 marks question. So please understand all the points here. I've given you 9 points. I'll be giving you extra in the next sessions as well. So the first one here is direct contact. That is what the fundamental principles are. Direct contact, early beginning, continuity. Now here these 3 are there, right? That is direct contact. Now the principles of coordination. How can you attain coordination? You should have a direct contact with the person. Early beginning. Now you are supposed to start from the initial stage. That is, you are supposed to be very friendly with those people. Continuity. Now it's not that direct contact is done, early beginning is done. Now you should also continue that. Then you have reciprocal relationship. It is not just you who will actually go with all this. There should be something called reciprocal relationship. Even the other employee, he should also reciprocate for your relationships. Then pervasiveness. Now coordination is everywhere, universally accepted. Leadership, timing, balancing, and integration. Now here these 4 are there. That is where the leadership should be taken. That is, a person should actually lead, and then the timely management should be there, balancing should be there, and integrating. Both of them, they need to have something called unity with integrity. Now the first one is direct contact. Now what exactly a direct contact is all about? Now it's a 15 marks question. Principles of coordination. The first one is directing. So coordination should be attained by direct contact with the parties concerned. That's the first point. Second point is direct personal communications bring about agreement on methods, actions, ultimate achievement. Next you have is it also eliminates red tapeism and ensures prompt action. Any kind of a misunderstanding will not be there. Any kind of a bias way will not be there. So any disruptive ways will be avoided, and it will actually be very nice if you have a direct contact with your employees as well as your partners. Now, direct contact is an effective means of coordination. That's why direct contact is what? It is an effective means of coordination. Now, second one, if we go with it, that is all about early beginning. Now, what is early beginning? When we go with early beginning, coordination can be achieved more readily at the initial stage. That is what the early beginning is all about, of planning and policy making. So when you go with any kind of a policy making or initial stage, when you have those people, then that is how you are supposed to go with coordination. Second is, therefore, direct contact must begin in the very early stage. That means your direct contact should begin in a very early stage. If any order for a supply or for a particular goods has been booked and the raw materials to produce them are not available, there will be trouble. So what you should be there is, you should always plan for it, and then there should not be any trouble. You are supposed to have a very early start itself. Direct contact should be there. And say example, raw material is there, but laborers are not here in the factory. Now again, coordination is not there. Now laborers are waiting, but raw materials will come tomorrow. Again, there is no proper coordination from the manager's side. Now what happens? It is a problem for the organization. So contact among the purchasing manager, that is the raw materials and everybody, production manager and sales manager at early stage would have made it possible to know whether the order could be executed or not. So we should always have a coordination from the early beginning itself. Next we have is continuity. Now the same thing should have continuity, that is everybody should have a very good coordination. Coordination must be maintained. First one is what? Coordination should be maintained. It starts from planning and ends when the objective is accomplished. That means throughout we should have coordination. Whenever there is division and distribution of function among the managers and department, coordination is very much necessary. Early time a new situation arises, a fresh efforts of coordination is needed. So the manager must constantly work at until the purpose is served. Now here what happens is, when we go with continuity and all, and if we go with kind of management, what really happens is, we need to have continuous coordination from the start till the end. Sometimes what happens, humans are heterogeneous and we don't have a proper kind of coordination techniques with each other. So now what happens, it's a manager role where he should unite us, integrate us, and then he should give us the work. Now when we go with continuity, what happens is, though sometimes in a team there will be 5 to 6 people where all the 6 people will not be very good with each other, but still the coordination should be maintained. The reason is to achieve the organizational goal. So after the achievement of organization goal, now all the 5 or 6 people, they'll get to know each other, their strength, their weaknesses. Now what happens is, it will actually create a healthy relationship among the employees as well. Next one we have is reciprocal relations. Now when we go with the reciprocal relationship, understand coordination should be regarded as a reciprocal relating to all factors in a situation, which is product, sales, finance, men and management. For example, when P works with Q and Q in turn works with R and S, each of 4 find himself influenced by other. So that was what the coordination will actually happen. Say example, now we have P. Now P works with Q. So P is working with Q. And Q in turns works with R. Now there is one more person called R. And there is a person called S. And there is a person called S. Now what happens is, understand the coordination, how beautiful it should be is, now of the 4 finds himself influenced by the other. Now what happens is, he'll get influence, he'll get influence, he'll get influence, he'll get influence. Knowingly, unknowingly, S will also work with P, S will also work with R. So this is what the coordination should have. That means reciprocation should be there. The reciprocation should be there. Next is we have pervasiveness. Now what is this pervasiveness? Universally accepted. Coordination is an all-embracing activity in every management function. It is required in all the activity at every level of the organization. Say example, we have this top management, top level, the middle level and supervisory level. Now here what happens is we need to have coordination in all the levels of organization, or else you can't achieve the targeted objective or targeted goal which is being set by the top level management. Next is leadership. Now what is this leadership is all about? With the coordination. Without a proper coordination, a leader cannot have a very good team, or he cannot prove himself to be a very good leader. So leadership is the most effective instrument of coordination. A leader in a group is the coordinator of the group activities. So like a manager is a coordinator, a leader is a coordinator. He harmonizes all effort of person in a group. A manager does not himself produce anything. The manager will not produce anything, nor does he sell anything in the market, but still coordination should be there. He gets the commodities produced by the workers and gets them sold in the market by the salesman. Now, in fact, he provides leadership and coordinates various functions. So, the manager will also need to coordinate with each and every department. See, in the organization, the manager doesn't do anything if any people says, right? That is really wrong actually. The manager is a person who always bridges the gap between the laborer, the employees, the employer, the top level management. So he is a person who need to coordinate each and every department. So doing coordination is very, very difficult. Let me be very honest with you, right? Managing 300 people, coordinating with each other, it's a very big, hectic job. Next one we have is timing. Now, coordination should always go with the timing, right? So timing is an important element of coordination. This principle points out that all functions in the enterprises are to be done at the same time and at the same speed. So time and speed should always be maintained. If the purchasing department purchases and supplies material timely to the production department, and if the production is done timely, then the sales department can deliver the commodity to the customers within the scheduled time. Now here what happens is, if one person, right, if one department, they don't coordinate properly and that time has not been actually kept properly, now what happens is the consumers will have a problem. Now they'll not take it because just in time, right, JIT, the concept here what says is, example I'll give you with the timing of the principles of coordination. Say you have a wedding and you have booked for a product, and the wedding is for like 20 days, is still there, and the delivery was supposed to be like, the delivery they said that within 10 days we're gonna give you the goods. Now for wedding you have 20 days, delivery 10 days only you will get it, so you have 10 days relaxation. Now people did not coordinate well in the organization, and the 10th day you didn't get it. Say you will wait for the 11th day or the 12th day. The 13th day what happens is, now the product is being manufactured, everything is done. Now you will be getting the product within the next day. Say this is the 13th day you waited, 13th day. Now what happened is you will cancel the order. Now whatever they have done, manufacturing is done, they have stitched everything for you, everything is done. Now what happens is you will actually cancel the product. Whatever we did, it's all waste. Why? Because coordination wasn't done. So this is the reason, timely and the speed thing and the unit produced, everything will count. That's the main principles of coordination. Next is balancing it. Now you have attained the time, you have attained everything. Now you should have a balance kind of a thing. This principle refers to the quantitative. What is it? It is all about quantitative elements of coordination. It means that all works are to be done in right quantity. For instance, if department produces half, another 1/3, and the third, the full quantity, their activity cannot be balanced. So they have to perform their job in right quantity for achieving coordination of their job. That means they shouldn't split each and everything and give it to so many other people. Coordination, when it happens, is you should have a balancing. That is, each and every person should take their responsibility and they should perform properly. And the last one here we have is integrating. Now, what is this integrating is all about? Now, all the manager need to go with integration. Now, all activity, decisions and opinions are to be integrated to achieve the enterprise objective. For integration, what is necessary is that all men and department must perform the job at the right time. So, it's like right person, right time and right job. For example, if all the parts of machines are manufactured by the different department at the right time, they can be assembled within the specific time. Assembling the part of the machine is a coordinating function. So these are the principles of coordination. If you have doubt in any of these principles, please do call us. We are always there to explain each and every topic from the starting. Any doubt you have regarding this, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.